Episode 49 of Valheim, Slow and Easy. Hello, everybody. It's me, Hank. Hank. We're playing the game. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a nice day. I hope it's about to get better. I hope this is not the worst part of your day. It'd be kind of a bummer if this was the worst part of your day. Although maybe if you're having a great day and you still have fun with this, then it's okay for this to be the worst part of your day. Maybe you got to do a focus group at the mall for ice cream. And then you got to go on to the local planetarium. Something just killed a... Oh, that's a skeleton. That skeleton killed a death mosquito. Shout out to the skeletons. The underdogs finally got one. So welcome. Fun times here in the plains. We just destroyed an ooze thing. They'll still produce two, at least, or something like that. They'll still make some, but they will no longer ravage those who approach. So that's good. This is actually a little area here that I have yet to invade. There's a big, strong guy there. I'm very tempted just to run in there and start messing with him, but of course, we know how that we all know how that ends, right? So yeah. So in this episode, we're going to figure out which direction there we go. This is it. Little base is right over there. This is our portal. Little small little base built into the rock. And then what's going on in here? Let's just make sure that... Is this more stuff to... Is there tar? Is it stuck? Yeah, so stuff is stuck in the tar. Wonder if maybe I could dig that out. Right now might not be the best time for that, but... Okay. That roll really does get you out of a lot of close scripts. See, like this one has a puddle. I don't know if you saw the last episode. We drained one of these things and it didn't really gather up in like a puddle like this. So maybe it refills or something. Maybe it just takes quite a bit of time for it to sort of regenerate. That could be it. Tough to say, but let's get... You're out of wood. I'm going to shoot that death mosquito because it is offensive. I lost track of it. It moved, so I decided to try to shoot this one. Dang it. And now I lost track of it. Oh, I think there it is. That's right there. Missed it. Okay. Do I have any? No. Okay. All right. So in this episode, we're going to get rested. We're going to get some geared up. We're going to come back, see how much our friends, the Lox creatures that we're taming are. And hopefully maybe we can put a saddle on them and go on adventures and attract a above average girlfriend. I think a man on a saddle does that. At least according to the internet and according to American television shows. The cowboy. They really sold us a big one with that whole cowboy lifestyle thing. The rugged individual. Look at the craggly face. Look at the lung cancer. Look at the color of his skin. In fact, it wasn't just that guy. It was a very... an interesting and nuanced part of American history. People of all colors, not just the guy who smokes cigarettes. So look at all this tar we just got. Fuck it, just put that stupid thing in there. We'll get to it eventually. I don't know. I'm about to ramble about that. I'll save it for the other stupid podcast. Okay. So this is pretty exciting, though. I'm very curious to see what happens if the Lox has... Oh, no, I think I forgot to put my wife out in the morning. Oh, good. She's still awake. All right, we'll give her 2 in a row. Get in, honey. Don't sleep talk. What if you sleep talked the word snore? Is that a paradox? Nobody can tell. All right. She's still standing. Always great to see. Love a tall wife. Must be so weird if you aren't familiar with the previous jokes I've made about the candles up there. If you're just like finding this and you're somehow magically enchanted by my voice and my pacing and my smooth camera work. I do get whippy. Sorry, that's whippy. Sorry, yeah, that was whippy again. I do try to like slow it a little bit. I think do I have motion blur off? I think motion blur might be off. Let's light up some stuff. That looks better. Ah, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to do a specific type of lighting up of stuff. This stuff. Oh, yes. Look how green it is. We call that extra green. Yeah, baby. That green is pretty cool. I could see just doing mostly that. And then after like a little while, I'd be like, oh, where's all my guck? Where did I go? Where did all the guck go? Okay, so back to lull base. And after this, I think we'll do some stone chopping. I really have been putting a bunch of... What the frick is lull base? I think it's this one here. So this is why I need to... I want to have it so it's really just intuitive. I just have to run over to the thing and then the thing works. Try not to forget to rebuild that copper thing I just destroyed. So yeah. Okay. How's the camera shot? Am I in the frame? Uh-oh. I hear buzzing. In my own house? It just like stays on the porch and just lives there. Domesticated. Like the one mosquito of all of them that has consciousness somehow. Even like rudimentary consciousness. Like an otter. Why did they come up with that? Alright, so I think this is where this one guy was living. Hanging out, eating berries, feeling acclimatizing. Let's see what kind of progress we've made. Gotta go around. Still got a pile of berries. If it's hungry, it's like, hey, moron. Food's right there. Oh, shit. Okay, just eat the berries. Eat the berries. There we go. Yeah, I don't have... I do really want to go raid that little village. That would be exciting, but I need to go get better. So it's kind of running around. Don't go far. Oh wait, I'm picking up all the damn berries. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted these to be here for... Okay, there it goes. Oops, threw the full one there, but whatever. I think the game is smart enough to just let it have... Like, when, you know, it just eats one out of the stack. I don't know. Or maybe it eats the whole thing. I don't know. The mosquitoes everywhere. And maybe they like hunt the mosquitoes or something. Maybe they just roam around and guard your lands. Let's see if we can sneak up on this one over here. Actually, I know what we'll do. We'll go destroy this little house up here, because eventually I think I want to make it a base. I think it'd be kind of fun. This one was at 18% or something? What if it heard that? 18%? Crap, it heard me. Let's see if we can get it to stop and... Oh, shit. It destroyed a thing. Okay, it stopped. Oh, I punched it. Damn it. I mean, I like that they make the locks kind of hard to tame. It should be a bit of a challenge. Oh, come on. This is why when I do fight these things, I try to get them where I'm downhill slightly, and then when I move towards it, like this is, then I'm elevating towards it when I move towards it. Alright, so that locks is chowing down where it was. Turn off auto pickup. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I cut it. I cut its face. Where are you? Where are you, buddy? Got all these delicious berries for you to eat. And there's a black metal. Now you're mad. Eat the berries. Okay, I think it did turn around. Okay, good. All right, yeah, so look it up here. This is kind of a cool spot. I think we'll make a cool little, a nice little base. We'll save these trees because we're going to be the rich assholes that live near here. And we'll devastate the rest of the lands all throughout. And it's like a cool little house. Oh, here comes one. Get out of here. And the guys screaming at me are up, or they're like stuck in the building. So there's no real, unless they come running out. Maybe we can even make a little canal with that water. Okay, let's just search the perimeter before we go just staggering around inside. Oh, there's even oh, okay, that's a good... somehow I didn't connect that these houses have those, because those are useful for... I do need to gather those up. Ugh. Look at them, they're trapped up there. Can I repair that? Alright, well, while you guys are laughing, I'm gonna steal your stuff. You're a little vulnerable right now, pal. Waves it off. Ugh, God, my own blood. I could just build a base and leave this guy. He'll be just like my pet. Uh-oh. I think the spawn is pretty consistent, right? Yeah, so look at this little spot. We could clear out this water. Make a little boat. Have this kind of cool little river. Takes me to the sea. Right? I think it goes all the way. That's a lot of work, actually. But it's doable. Okay. Oops. So there's another... Oh, God. There's a... We're not too far from another base, which I've named North Point. So, in fact, why don't we just clear a little bit of the map and head to there, head to North Point. At which point we will teleport home and then go chop down some rocks. We'll get some blueberries on the way. We'll mark some stuff. There's some copper over there. We'll get to it. So yeah, we'll clear. Oh, come on. Copper. Nope. Skeldunge. There's another one. Okay, and up we go. Deer's running away from the skeletons, as any smart deer should. Just gather up crap. And I'll not. A lot of repetition. A lot of these environments are very much similar, but I still kind of like that. It's still, you know, it's fun to come across new things, obviously, but it does kind of, it still makes it kind of okay. I don't mind. I imagine some people that play it might find it repetitive and boring, but there's a blue guy. Doing the no hands urination. Which is sometimes that's just what a fella has to do. Shut up. Shut up. Thought I saw sort of a... Sometimes I'm looking for slight shapes that indicate maybe something like a skeleton dungeon or something. Sometimes the entrances are a bit hidden. Ooh, yeah. Extra carrot seed. That deer was having an affair with those guys. Okay. Always good to clear. Imagine you could like set up some sort of like spike trap thing around these spawners. Be careful, it's a level 2. So this, yeah, so much crap here, I can't even pick it out and take it all home with me. We don't need the wood. The stuff I want to take is their the eyes and the resin. I mean, I want everything because I'm me, but, you know. Actually, we could just pile it up in there. Ka-chunk. Here. So let's just grab stuff. I just want to leave, like, you know, leave no trace camping. You know, just want to get enough crap, fill it up in here, take the stuff I want. Come here. God, this is so tedious. Okay. There we go. All right, one more. Okay. We'll end up back there someday. There's just crap in there. Who cares? All right. So yeah, so I actually did build up some of the defenses around here. Hang on a minute. We gotta get our blueberry. This is a nice little spot. And this is the base that we use to launch our boat for heading towards the Mistlands. So this is actually going to be probably slightly important in our overall story, which is why I spent a bit of time building it up a bit. Imagine it might be a place for launching fishing expeditions. I haven't fully confirmed this, but my operating theory is that the further away from the center of the world you go, the more likely you are to encounter better fish, right? Like bigger fish. I think that passes the smell test, but we haven't totally confirmed it. But ultimately I want to like flatten this and really make it like a weird little fortress, which is kind of what I've done with these spikes. So I've done a lot of this like moving stuff around. I built this little spike trap down here. So when bad guys come in, they get lured and then they end up getting smacked back and forth a bunch. There was a weird thing with the fire. Like it seems like it's underneath a roof, but it wasn't. It was still being put out by the rain, which is something going on with that. So yeah. Basically, this is all getting it torn down. But yeah, so we have this little spot. Is there a boat? Oh no, the boat is over there, I think. What if I just swam across? Okay. Yeah, so this is kind of a weird little base. I think it'll be kind of cool to fill out this kind of defensive wall thing and then like cut these trees down. Maybe put some trees back, but in a row. Although these are structural trees, probably should be careful. And, you know, turn this little spot into a defensive fortification. And I am resisting making all the usual comments about colonialism. It probably gets repetitive. It is so spot on, though. We need violence. We're going to disrupt nature and natural people's lives and modify the land to the degree that it's unrecognizable, replace it with things, and make decorations. So, anyway. I know, yeah, oh god, here he goes again with that super bullshit. Stop, hey. So we do have one of those totem guys there, which is kind of fun. Let's, I got a lot of resin. I don't necessarily need more, but okay. Resin, sure. Seeds. I do need to build some arrows just to clear some inventory space, really. And, how are we on time? Okay, good. Yeah, so we'll, boop. There's seeds in here. Oh, blueberries. Okay, fine. Yeah, so look at this up here. I have like this kind of scoreboard, although I think I do want to change this, but oh, that's a hat. I put a hat on that one for some reason. And I have a few others. There's one at the plains base hanging around, but when it reaches the Christmas wreath, It'll be glowy. It'll be a beautiful wreath, glowing in pink. And then we can all celebrate. I mean, I have enough to go fight the boss again. I do want to do that, because that's how you get the stuff you need to make the wisp towers. And as you know, I totally, like an idiot, just ruined it once. So, alright, let's get rested. Before we do, we gotta go get I do find the due diligence of making sure you have a good power. What do they call these? I don't even know what the hell they call them. There's a word for it. Oh, look at these guys. The locals are like, hey, you don't get to come around here. What are you doing? You people from Illinois, don't you know this is Wisconsin? Hostility. Get him. Oh, look, the guy's standing up at the top of the hill watching. It's not creepy at all. Oof. Oof, boy, those Illinois guys with their flaming clubs. All right. Okay. Forsaken power? I think that's what they call these. Well, now I have freaking stuff I can't. Here, let's shoot them. What? It hits him. Oh, he disappeared. Honestly, just building the base right around that spot would have been smarter in terms of... It's like close, but it's still just far enough to be obnoxious. Okay. Come on. Oh, one thing I did want to explain, and that deer reminds me, is that I've been putting down campfires and burying some of them. So in some of these areas we have buried campfires, or yeah, this one here, this guy, and I think they prevent spawning. I'm pretty confident that they do, but you have to sort of space them out. And I have noticed a down. I haven't totally covered it to the point where I'm like confident I've eliminated the problem, so it's more just like a test, but it does seem to be a lot better in terms of how annoying the deer are around here. Like I put a bunch on that side of the wall over there, and I do get the feeling that there is that we're in much better spot. How big is the saddle? Have I even looked? Yeah, we've done that. We've done that. Sorry. I know I'm not gonna. I know I just teased you with showing it to you, but God, this freaking wood. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the wood, or the metal, I mean. Goes here. There's 24. It's a nice night. Let's just keep working at it. We don't need to go. So we're gonna go get... I got the bone mass power ready to go. As soon as we're rested. And then we're gonna run over to the plains area and chop down some stuff. It'll probably turn morning around that time. I can just see totally populating the entire Mistlands with these things. Challenge accepted, video game. Clear the Mistlands. Clear everything. Alright, hang on. Fermenter. Keep the fermenter running. Very good. Fill her up. Okay. Screw it, we'll take the good one. We'll leave the good one. How about a little candle? Isn't that nice? Look at all this stuff. I can't wait to do more decorating. 35. 45. Good night, candle. Here, let's light the middle one. That's what I am. I'm a middle one. Okay. Now let's get some stamina foods. I don't really need the bone mass power in case of for stamina, like for like the task at hand. It's more in case I get attacked when the wolves come hunting. Then I'm in big trouble without it. So it's just good to have. So plain space, I think it's this one. Yeah, that is it right here. Okay. Very exciting. I do want to do a bunch of work on the base. I am going to probably eat after this. Maybe if I leave the camera hooked up. Yeah, okay, so it is nighttime. This is what I've been doing. This is where all these rocks, all those chests of rocks have come from. Is, boom. Yeah, we'll kill. I want to kind of use up a little time till the daylight comes. Missed it. Which means hunting the little fellas. Oh, I thought I heard him up here. Oh, crap. Like if that's a level 1 and he hits you with something and you're... I could probably take a level 1 hit. 1 or 2 maybe. But man, I'd be wrecked if... like there's a bunch of locks over there which I just leave alone because it sort of eats up the spawn. And if I think wolves attack, it'll be fun to get them to fight each other. Obviously. There's a little guy. So almost all these are just caps now. So we just have to get in there and start chopping away at it. Oh, what are they fighting? Oh, we got mosquitoes battling skeletons. Come on, skeleton, you can do it. No, not me, you idiot. Not great decision makers, those skeletons, because of their lack of brains. Instead of brains, they have an empty skull cavity. Which is how we know they're American. Rough times this country. And it doesn't seem like we have a good immune system to push back the way it needs to do it. For various ways. I think human nature kind of will foment the pushback of some sort, but partly why we're in this position is the opposition party, the Democrats, have not put up or shown that they're an alternative that should be, a safe haven. They don't really. It is it could be an opportunity for them, but it's more just like continued dysfunction. But if they were capable of taking advantage of the situation the way a minimal level competent political party would, if they were capable of that, we wouldn't be in the position we're in. So it's a bit of a puzzle, but never give up hope. Okay, you didn't come to Suck Professor for lacking hope. If you wanted to have no hope, you'd go to Nope Professor. Honestly, that's a pretty good name. It's a pretty good name for a channel. Okay, time to see some stuff fall down. Been waiting for this. Been waiting for this. Every time I'm down here digging away, I go, man, I can't wait to get back into the game so I can watch some stuff fall down. It's like, see this? It's kind of pockmarked and stuff. You sort of break through it at different things. These things are like all weirdly shaped. But... and they don't even need to be touching for them to still float. But so I don't think this one will just start dropping. But this will be fun. We'll see how much stone we end up with when we're done. But it does get tricky when you can't reach it, and you have to kind of start building like little ladders and stuff. Oh, this is connected to that. That's why it's okay. I did dig around it. All right, that's good. Oh, damn it. Come on. I don't have any wood on me, so it's I should have brought some wood. Here's some. Yeah, that's good. Let's go get some. I kind of like leaving the vestiges. It'll be like an old mine, and some guy will be like, I saw these weird shapes on Google Earth. And then he's like walking towards it. You know those videos, those YouTube videos? Oh, look at this. I found this weird round shape on Google Earth. And then he's like in Bolivia hiking up a mountain. It's just like, what, how do you make more than one of those in 2 years? It's like they have like videos cranking out. I wonder how much help. I mean, they're obviously like, there must, I don't know. Yeah. I just always think of that stuff as like doing everything yourself and being overwhelmed the entire time. On top of the physical exertion of hiking into, and they sometimes go to pretty remote areas, I imagine. It probably is a little bit fudged in some ways. I don't mean that it's artificial or something, but I've seen, not that I look at those videos very much, but I have seen comments of being like, oh no, that's the thing there. That's, everybody knows about that. That's the castle something something, or that's the this thingy. I go, well, I guess it's already a thingy. Come on. All right. Oh, look at that bird. Look at that bird over there. See it? Yeah. At least they did the kindness to us of not making it go like some little like sad bird squeak when you finally end its beautiful, perfect life. You gotta love a bird, man. I don't think I could live with a bird or a bird man, to be honest. Oops, I messed up. You know, birds are, how do you not just love a bird? Birds in general, even the weird, freaky ones. You know, vultures are drastically misunderstood because humans are biased towards cuteness. And vultures are just disgusting, ugly beasts who feed upon the carcasses of the damned. But they don't do that. They're just an animal. And I'm going to use a word, and I don't mean it in the bad way. I mean it in the nature way. They're a bird exploiting its environment. What system of animals living and dying would exclude a creature that comes by and eats the carcass. That's about the most normal thing. I mean, isn't that what mushrooms are? Exactly. Exactly. Don't question me. Oh, wait, hold on. That spike is cool, though, isn't it? Sometimes I don't even want to ruin it. Instead of the weird little stairs, we can just, like... Hopefully we can keep the spike. Yes. What are the other misunderstood birds? I think... Oh, that was cool. That was a nice big one. Vultures clearly get the worst of it. There's got to be something else. There's got to be some other just horrible... Like some poop stink fart bird, you know? Yes, that's the poop stink fart bird. Darwin named it because it reminded him of his dead wife, who lived in the attic for 17 years after death. As is tradition. As was custom among the wealthy. Yeah, how's that holding? Come on. Come on. Come on, all go down. Oh, damn it. Trying to show my friends something fun here. There's less interesting birds, like sparrows. Pigeons, I think, get a bad rap. They got some pretty cool colors, some fascinating behaviors and movements, as is featured in the hit film A Beautiful Mind, which I think should be a prequel to another film called A Beautiful Mime, which would be about a mime who has a genius brain, but it's for miming. And then it gets, through a paperwork mishap, it ends up in a mine. But he's very selfish. So he ends up becoming his own mine. He says, mine, mine, mime, mine, mime. Then people would say, well, you're a mime, you don't talk. And it'd be revealed to be a phony. A fake mime. That's gotta be a bad day when you think you're a real mime and then the other mimes call you out. How does the mime community discipline itself? You know how communities sort of have their own kind of social, internal kind of systems for... Not that there's any sort of formal rule or something, but you know, that kind of thing happens within a social species. Yeah, pigeons, because they're just kind of like dirty city birds. None of us are lucky enough to see the passenger pigeons, which were these... I'm not sure if they were in other continents, but at least within American history, and because I was educated in America, I'm just assuming I'm very ignorant, but so it probably were in other spots somehow. They seem pretty plentiful. These things were like these, they would just like darken the skies with their... Yes! See? Finally paid off. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. We ruined it. We destroyed it. Billions of years of geologic processes, 0. Decoration guy, 1. Did I just make a weird noise or was that in the game? Did you hear that? I heard like a... What are some other shitty birds? There's a lot of, like I'm saying, there's mid birds, like crappy, you know, like sparrows, big deal. Although if one came up to me, I would be enchanted. There's invasive species of birds. Obviously, the cassowary is a honorable mention for being, you know, the land birds. The emus, ostriches, just absolute crazy that there's ostriches, these 7-foot giant huge beasts with their crazy faces. They're amazing animals. Flamingos, come on. I don't think they let you do pet flamingos, but penguins, top tier bird. Penguins are up there. Gotta love a penguin. Charm, personality. They have the charisma of being chubby. Their shape is just very pleasing. In a way that doesn't offend. The way my shape currently does. God, I'm so fat. I gotta lose so much weight. Penguins, yeah, they rock. I mean, if Morgan Freeman is talking about you, look at this fucking ugly bird. This bird sucks. He'd be like, dude, you're Morgan Freeman. You shouldn't be talking about ugly birds. Oh yeah, so this was one I had previously carved up, but I didn't go all the way around it low, like down to the base layer. So I did it again. That's kind of neat, isn't it? How it sort of... I think we should leave this as a relic. You know how they found like Easter Island heads, and like they went and they found like the quarry where they got them from, and they still had like 80% carved out partials. That's what that is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, good idea, Hank. Gotta honor the history of abandoned, ruined. There's got to be worse word. I mean, and what I'm saying is, I think vultures are misunderstood. I think our bias gets in the way. Their heads are literally designed to easily slide in and out of carcasses, meaning they're not like they don't have feathers. That's why they have these gross skin, wrinkled skin heads. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's, don't take that out of context. Algorithm. Long neck. They kind of have a, well, I don't want to say a word that'll probably get the algorithm even more offended than skinhead. It's a golfing term, and the word skin. The number between 3 and 5. They don't call it a 3 skin or a 5 skin. But that's what a vulture's neck is, basically. But its functionality is to penetrate carcasses. It's like rapidly going way south. Yeah. Okay, we got time. There's more of these. Yeah, it's like, look at this one. This one's cool. Do I have wood? I don't really. Oh yeah, I still have a bunch of stuff. I had originally thought when I built this little shelf thing up here that I'd just do like these surrounding ones, and then it just kept popping up that these things are like right next to each other. So here, let's go get some wood back from the base where we have all of our wood. Yeah, we should get rested up too. 48 minutes. We'll probably get one more done. And then call it quits for this episode. I have some chicken in the fridge. I've been buying discount chicken. Oh my god. Good lord. Just so much. Okay. Oh, that thing just moved. And that does that. It's like it spawns in. It's one of those rocks. I took a swing at it and it took damage. And that gave me hope because I find it really annoying. So maybe I'm not going to do that right now, but... Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. Here's what we got to do. We're just so loaded up. So I have a feeling that we might be able to destroy it. And I remember trying to do it before and it didn't work. So there might be a chance we could bust it up. But I kind of want to wait till we do some renovating. I'll just make a chain of these. Look, now we can do this. Brilliant. Okay, just dump it in there. Take a couple of those. Back to Tarstone. So yeah, keep that in mind. That like rock that has the written crap on it. It might be... I sort of like the idea of keeping it there because it's part of the game lore and it, you know, honors the the, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like there might be a good reason to tear it out if it lets me now. Okay. Let's hopefully we can chop this thing down fast. Oops. Oops. It's a good spot. Gotta put some tough actin, tenactin. What if they paid me? They go, for every 60 hours of content, we want one mention. Here's 17 cents. I'd be like, that's some tough actin, tenactin you got going on right there. Yeah, you owe me 34 cents. Isn't it crazy that 17 times 2 is 34? That's outrageous. There's got to be a worse bird. There's got to be just some fucking horrible shit bird that really nobody likes. Not just the vultures. They don't deserve it. Consider the service that they do. And they also provide like signaling. People use their vulture's presence is a important detail in nature's rhythms. And I believe that they add like smells to oil pipelines and gas pipelines and stuff that attract vultures so that like they can spot leaks or something like that. I'm not sure if that still happens, but I do recall hearing something like that. Sounds about right. I do hear the little guy screaming down there. Sees me. Now that I built ramps, though, they do have an easier time getting at me. Bring it on, fool. I have no fear. There he is. I'm gonna walk. There you go. Yes, I got chicken. Money's tight. I should probably be budgeting even better. Oh boy. And but I've been getting the discount. They sell them full price for like $9, and they usually put them on sale for like $3.50 or $4.50 before right before they're about to go bad. It just breaks my brain how much wasted food goes into dumpsters, how much edible food there is, and how much hunger, and how much easier. That's a good one, the little one. How much better we could make people's lives by not making them, you know, we just throw it away. We just, because it's not worth it if it's in someone's stomach. It's worth it if it's in a dumpster. That just to me is fundamentally against everything that I stand for and all kinds of, it's just like, yeah, it's just. But there's market. Hey, fuck off. Kiss my ass. Don't be evil. Come on. Oh. Oh. Bring it on. You don't scare me. I mean, you do actually literally scare me. You're a horror. Oh, a skeleton surprise. Okay. Well, in that case, where are they coming from? These can be fun. I could run them over to the Loxes and watch them all get stomped. But the way I see it is the goal of this is to try to get a rancid trophy, the green guy. That's always that's the prize. So if you really want to work it, you gotta try to kill them as fast as you can, because they like generate like captains. Which also means chasing down the damn arrow guns. Oh, I'm not rested. I forgot to do that. Yeah, not being rested sucks, dude. So I want to see at least one more green one now that we're... There he is. Or they. They're tired. Aren't we all a little tired of fighting? Food in a dumpster that is edible is violence. It symbolizes, it literally is, I would argue, but it is the epitome of excluding for no reason than to create someone's to add to someone's desperation. And I'm not talking about the nuances of perishability. I understand that. And there's nuances to legal liability and other shit like that too, but those are things that are minor factors to the overall equation. So we didn't get any green trophies, looks like. Let's pick up the bone fragments. Back to the 1500s, 1600s when they started doing enclosures. This is sort of the invention of titling land in order to make sure that only the wealthy, because of course they weren't going to do it on behalf of the poor, were able to exclude others from what was then and understood to be I don't know if it was a major change. It was a huge shift in mentality, but putting edible food in a dumpster because it's not saleable for profit while there's hungry people around is an extension of that exact kind of thing. I think that's just gross. We should fight stuff like that. The positive approach to that is to say, well, it served humanity's purpose for a time, and now it no longer serves us. We can move on to something smarter and better. Even in an ideal system, which I can't say I have figured out, but even in that, there'll be wasted food just by the sheer logistical challenges of this kind of stuff, but not anywhere near to the degree of depravity that we're currently in. That's fun. It's kind of fun. I'm very grateful that I'm able to have food, though. And, yeah, it's used as a weapon. It's just gross, man. It's just bad stuff. Okay, did I grab some? Yes, all right, so let's hope that this gets us the big baboon we were looking for. Come on. Just destroying my... Like, imagine we had a world where food was easily available and nobody ever went hungry. Maybe you couldn't afford the fancy stuff, or maybe there was some form of market forces that limited people's access to some of the stuff that we do. Look at these guys here. Ugh, there's a miner. Oh, are they here to help? That's right. You don't scare me. You only would scare me if it was a fair fight. But like a world where we said, yeah, know what they did in the past? They would just let people go hungry. They would throw away food that was edible. they didn't have the cafeterias that, like, I could totally picture a world with, you know, community cafeterias that are like big collective kitchens, and some people are just devoted to, you know, working in them, or maybe, you know, you had to put some hours in on them, or maybe something, you know. It doesn't just happen without labor, it happens with collective communal power. Everybody plays a role differently, so not everybody has to do it per se, but the amount of restaurants, the amount of awesome, cool restaurants and cafes and bakeries and cool, creative, weird little food places that we'd get to enjoy if people could, like, do that kind of inherent human sort of, you know, be your own boss, but it's a good job for anybody who works there. It would be so cool. Instead, it's this profit madness. But say you have a world where things are much better in the sense, and then you come around and you go, you know what we should do though? Instead of like giving food to people and making it, and if giving means they get free money in order to give you the money for the food, then that's the same effect. I'm for that. Fine. Everybody deserves to have healthy food. I don't give a fuck about this bullshit about working for it or not. I just resent the notion. Oh, there's a 1-star. Gotta be careful. Oh. You know, everything's good. Maybe the system's not perfect, but it's been a couple of centuries since anyone's had an issue with access and with feeling nervous about it. We have lunch debt for children. I mean, it's demonic. And then you propose, hey, I know, hey, you know what? Let's just, if we put this food in the dumpster and lock it, we'll make more money. I mean, how would you act to that? I would want to live in a world where you're hostile to someone who even thinks of it. Let alone, there we go. Yeah. So I wonder if it's proximity to this wall was what was keeping the linchpin in there, or whatever you'd call that. These guys are really making a showing, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Let's make a... We'll gather it up. Went a little bit over an hour for this one. Trying to keep it under an hour, but we had to reach a stopping point. So let's just finish scooping it all up. Although, you know what? I should be just running the metal. This is a stupid thing to do, to store it up here. Because it is... I do have to take it over to the water at some point. Okay, so down. I don't know if there's a way up around that one. Oh, nice. All right. Pretty productive. Still haven't done the proper canal voyage. That's not necessarily on hold on purpose, but I do want to build out the terrace thing a bit more. And, well, here, let's haul this stuff back. I do like a stack of bones. Very, very nice decorations. A square of bones. There's a few spots in the base that I have squares of bones, cubes of bones, really. Let's be honest. That will eventually be modified in a way that is satisfying for everybody. And yeah, very good. Sweet. I got my stack of bones chest over here. There we go. Look at all those bones. Want to see them? Want to see a stack of bones? Look. Oh, I can't pile up. Look at all the bones. Aren't those awesome? Have you ever had a better time with bones? I don't think so. Okay, guys. Tune in next time for episode 50. What are we going to do for the big anniversary? It's not an anniversary. That's not what that is. It's just the number 50. So this was fun. Maybe I'll record more tonight after I eat. If I don't eat so much that I go into an immediate carbohydrate coma and have to watch Star Trek Discovery Season 3, Episode 7, the remaining 40%. And see how that's going. I have thoughts about that show. I want to talk about shows and stuff more. I don't want to spoil stuff for you, though. That's kind of partly why I don't. But, okay. Thank you. Good night. Have a good time. Bye.